Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm going to be doing my 2028 NBA playoff predictions pre-regular season and the most hyped up video on my channel. So yay, even though not really, I talked about in like 2 or 3 videos, barely, not that much hyped up. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So before I get into the actual playoffs, I'm going to make a couple changes to the playoffs since there are the 8 games in between. I do believe the Portland Trail Blazers will catch up to the Memphis Grizzlies and sadly beat them in both those 2 games. So I do believe the Portland Trail Blazers will be the 8th seed. And also looking at the schedule, I'm going to switch to Thunder and Jazz, but it doesn't really matter since they're pretty close together. I'm going to put, though, the Mavericks ahead of the Rockets just because everyone on the Mavericks is healthy. They were a top team, and for the Rockets, I don't know how well the chemistry between Russ and Harden is going to be since Russ, of course, was out for a bit. And then in the Eastern Conference, I'm going to have the 76ers and the Pacers, so they're tied right now, but I'm going to have the 76ers as the 5 seed, Pacers as the 6, and I'm going to be having the Magic and the Nets switched up because I don't think the Nets are going to be doing that good. So at the number 1 spot, Lakers versus the number 8 Trailblazers. I think the Lakers are going to win. It's pretty self-explanatory. The Lakers are the 1 seed. Trailblazers, with their team fully healthy, probably like a 5 or 6 seed. But it's Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, do I even need to explain? LeBron, he's going to guard LeBron. No one can guard LeBron. But then at the next round, the Thunder versus the Utah Jazz. I think the Thunder are going to win. I just don't think the Jazz have the chemistry. They already had not good chemistry this year. If Mike Conley can get better chemistry, I think it will help a lot. But with Gobert and Mitchell, I don't know. And then the Denver Nuggets versus the Dallas Mavericks. To be honest, now I'm thinking the Mavericks could be lower than the Rockets. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to change the Rockets and the Mavericks up again. Rockets 6 seed, Mavericks 7, because everyone's playoff prediction has Rockets 6, Mavericks 7, so I'll just leave it as that. But then with the Rockets at 6 against the Denver Nuggets, Nuggets are going to win. I mean, even if you don't run Bobo at small forward, which isn't going to happen, but we all want, I think no one's going to be able to guard Jokic. Houston might be able to make some shots, but I don't love it. I just don't love the matchup. And then Lakers in 4, Thunder in 7, Denver in 5. And then the Clippers versus the Mavericks. I don't think Luka is going to be able to be guarded this series. But Kawhi and Paul George are just going to go off. Kristaps will help a bit, but yeah, they're going to go off. Montrezl Harrell might be out, though, which would be a big advantage. But I do think the Clippers win in 6 or 7. My prediction, Clippers in 6. Though I am a big Luka fan. Then for the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee versus Brooklyn Nets. I think it's in 4. I mean, the Nets have no one. Milwaukee is Giannis. Even if Giannis gets injured, I think the Bucks probably could win in 5 or 6. Then Miami versus the 76ers. I'm probably, a player for the 76ers is probably going to be out by this time. But I do think the Miami Heat are going to win. I think they're a big sleeper dog for the East. I don't know what I just said. Sleeper team for the East. And yeah, and you're looking at the team, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. No one's going to be able to guard those threes on the team. No, Simmons is tall. He will be a mismatch, and he'll do great. I do think Bam Adebayo will definitely help stop Joel Embiid also. And then the Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers with Domantas Sabonis out. And I do not know if Victor Oladipo will be playing fully recovered. I think the Boston Celtics will win in 5 or 6. I do think they're a better regular season team than a postseason just because of the lack of depth. Well, no, not lack of depth, but lack of size. But yeah. And then the Raptors versus the Magic. I'm pretty sure the same matchup as last year in the first round. And Raptors in 5. I think the Magic will probably steal Game 3 or Game 4. But Raptors and they have Nick Nurse, one of the best coaches, then Siakam, Lowry, who finally felt what it was to win a championship, and probably want to win another one. Then for the second round, the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Thunder. Yes, the Lakers will win in 5. And the Thunder, they have a great team, but Davis can help stop Chris Paul or Shea. And I'm a big fan of Shea. But also D. Schroeder, Steven Adams, and LeBron. No one on the team is going to be able to guard LeBron. Adams can't keep up. Chris Paul will annoy him, but I don't think he's good enough at defense. Shea or Schroeder won't be able to. Then the Nuggets versus the Clippers, and my prediction is the Clippers in 6. I do think the Nuggets will take it close. It could potentially go 7, but I do think the Clippers, without load management, is just going to go off this game. And I don't know who's going to be able to guard Kawhi or anyone. Then the Bucks versus the Heat. That matchup, I have the Bucks in 7. Yes, very close series. I think Bam Adebayo will surprise a lot of people in this series. Go off. I think Jimmy Butler is going to have the best series and probably one of the best 7-game stretches in his entire career. Maybe not stat-wise, but just impact-wise, because I think they will go to 7. But at the end of the day, I do think the Milwaukee Bucks will win. Then the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors. Wait, I just realized I didn't pick a single upset. Well, yeah. I guess that shows how it is. Technically, the Thunder were the 5 seed, but I put them as the 4 seed. Thunder as a 5 seed, they win because, you know, I want to make an upset. But, yeah. You know what? I do think the Toronto Raptors will win just because Pascal Siakam is going to go off. And in 7 also. Then the Lakers and the Clippers. To be honest, this might be an upset. A lot of people have the Clippers winning. I have the Lakers winning. In 7, I do think LeBron is just going to... You know, I think everyone's like, oh, Kawhi is the best player in the NBA. A lot of ESPN analysts are saying that, even though LeBron is their golden boy. I think LeBron is going to want to prove everyone wrong, and LeBron is going to win. Lakers in 7. Even more of an upset in the conference finals. You know, I didn't pick any really big upsets in the first 2 rounds. These are some big upsets in the conference finals. Raptors in 7. You know, you can click off the video right now. I mean, maybe a Bucks fan did. But if you want to know my reasoning, I think the Raptors had already stopped the Bucks, and the Bucks lost Malcolm Brogdon. Brook Lopez has done way worse, and he was a big part of their team. Eric Bledsoe has always been known for his trash playoff performances. And Siakam has taken a big step up. I think he will be able to at least half contain Giannis. Giannis is still going to have a monster series, but I think he'll be able to half contain Giannis. But Kyle Lowry, I think, is going to knock down some shots. OG Anunoby's playing a lot of minutes, so I think he's going to be able to knock down some shots. Fred VanVleet is going to be able to knock down some shots. They don't have enough people to cover them on the perimeter. And I think it's going to be a very low-scoring series, probably like in the hundreds. Maybe some games in the 90s, but I do think the Raptors will take the Bucks in 7. Then the finals. The Lakers versus the Raptors for the NBA 2020 Bubble Ball Playoffs. Yes, NBA Playoffs 2020, NBA Finals 2020, NBA Bubble Finals 2020, whatever you want to call it. NBA Asterisk 2020 Finals, NBA 2020 Playoffs Asterisk. You can call it whatever. But the NBA return has all come down to this, the Lakers and the Raptors. And in the NBA 2020 Bubble Ball Playoff Return, Corona, COVID, playoffs, asterisk, regular season, after, I have no clue what I'm saying at this point. But in the finals, in the NBA 2020 Finals for the playoffs, I think the Lakers win in 6. Though Siakam might be able to hold Giannis, or at least half contain him, with the help of Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. I forgot to mention that. Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka will have a huge help with that. But I think if they have 2 of them on the court at the same time as Giannis, they could help stop. With the Los Angeles Lakers, it's 2 people that you can't, that you have to stop. LeBron and Anthony Davis, will they be able to stop both of them? Probably not. If they do, they have shooters all around that can knock down some shots. That's what they position the team to do. And I do think the Lakers, with Anthony Davis, one of the best defensive players, and yes, Giannis is one of the best defensive players, that's why I put the series really low. I do think this series won't be a really high scoring, but but I do think the Lakers will win in 6 or 7 in the NBA 2020 finals. But yeah, guys, tell me in the comments what you guys think. It's a very, 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 very unpopular opinion. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Be healthy. I'm not a Toronto Raptors fan if you're asking. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be healthy, stay safe, and peace.